All right, shalom, shalom. I'm gonna start by giving infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachak Wadash. That's the Heavenly Father and His Son by their true Hebrew names, in which you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes must call on to be saved. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Shalom. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Suffering is Never for Nothing. Suffering is never for nothing. Alright, Lord willing, this message is edifying. Because suffering is ultimately never for nothing when you're suffering for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, when you're suffering for righteousness' sake, when you're suffering for the kingdom of heaven. Alright, and I just want to get that real quick. Let's see if I can go to the... Suffering is never for nothing. It's the word suffering from the online etymology. It says the patient enduring of pain, inconvenience, loss, undergoing of punishment, affliction, meaning a painful condition. The scriptures tell us, be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. All right. And then your patience possess ye your souls. It says want, lack, hardship, privation, okay, suffering, man. All right. And that's ultimately what laboring goes into. Let me get the word labor, because the word labor means to suffer. It says labor, a task, a project, later, exertion of the body, trouble, difficulty, hardship. You see, it says from Old French, labor, toil, work, exertion, task, tribulation, suffering. You see, tribulation, suffering. Okay, so we labor to enter into that rest. We suffer to enter into that rest. Our rest is not going to be made here in America. All right, so suffering is never for nothing. All right, when you're suffering for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we're suffering ultimately for the unseen. This is 2 Corinthians 4:18. So we don't look, and I'm going to read it in the NLT. I'm reading in KJV first. 2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So suffering is never for nothing. We're laboring, we're suffering, we're enduring hardships, difficulties, tribulations for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's sake. Not to get a reward here in this current society here in America, so to say, but ultimately to get that reward in the kingdom of heaven. All right, that which is eternal. All right, that which is everlasting, the unseen. 2 Corinthians 4:18 in the NLT. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now. Rather, we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. For the things we see now will soon be gone, but the things we cannot see will last forever. Because as it is written, the fashion of this world fadeth away. All right, so we don't look at the troubles we can see now. We fix our gaze on things that we cannot see, which is the kingdom. All right, we set our mind and our hopes upon that, and we suffer for something that we can't see, man. Not something we could actually see in the society, something that's corruptible and going to be burnt up. All right. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 14. But and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye. So if you're persecuted, if you're going through something in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai as a man of the Lord, it should make you happy. It should bring you peace, because ultimately that's going to lead to something that's perfecting you. You're working towards a goal. And ultimately, everybody in the society, everybody on the earth is working towards something. Either you're working towards something good or evil, for a good purpose or evil purpose. All right, but both are the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. it says, 1 Peter 3:14. I started 12, Baba Kushah. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are upon their prayers. That's right. So suffering is never for nothing. If we're going through something, it's always going to be in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for the righteous. The Lord is always going to be open unto our prayers and receiving them. Yahushua said, I pray for them. Who was that them that he was speaking of? All right. And I'm going to get it in the NLT too. John chapter 17, verse 9. And it reads, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. And that's the hopeful elect. All right. Verse 9 in the NLT. My prayer is not for the world, but for those you have given me, because they belong to you. All right. And ultimately, that's who Yahushua died for. All right. That's who his blood was shed for, the nation of Israel, specifically the elect. He calleth us friends. So if we're suffering, ultimately, our mindset is to suffer, to be a partaker. All right. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua's suffering. I started 12, Salakia. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. So the Lord is addressing the house of David. Beloved, thou will die. All right, we're being brought through that fire. The Lord's chosen is being made manifest that they are, all right, more precious than fine gold. With that suffering, with that laboring, we're being perfected. All right, so you can't just deny the process thereof, because the process, the fiery trial, is needed. It's a necessity. All right, because if we are to be a sufferer, then we are to be a partaker of the glory. Verse 13, but rejoicing as much as ye are partakers of Yahushua's glory, Yahushua Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. You see, we may be glad also with exceeding joy, because that persecution that we suffered, Matthew 5:10, and this is red letters, Yahushua speaking, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You see, for righteousness' sake, for a cause that's worthy, for a cause that's truth, for a cause that's ultimately just, and that's blameless. That's the cause that we support. That's the cause that we teach and push from the apostles on down to least of the apostles' doctrine, that blameless doctrine. All right. Ultimately, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So everything that we go through is for a reason. Is to perfect us. It's to fine tune us. It's to make us level us up. It's to make us more sharp on a daily. It may be something small, but always spiritually noted, because it's from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, not the wind on the blades of the grass. All right, goes back and forth without the Lord sanctioning it. Okay, how much more the hairs on our head that are counted by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord knows our daily struggles. That's why suffering is never for nothing. If you're suffering for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, if you're suffering for righteousness' sakes, as it says, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. All right, because we're actually being persecuted, all right, are going through that tribulation, that difficulty, that hardship, or laboring to enter into that rest, that peace, that rulership. All right, and it's a miraculous journey, because it takes faith. Hebrews 11:1. All right, and like we said, the unseen things are what we're pushing for. All right, what our conversation is in, the heavenly things. And our works on the planet Earth currently reflect that. All right, that we're ultimately guided by the unseen. Okay. So Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Harachak, Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, across the four corners. Until next time, Kwam Yashala, Shalom.